Same day, same routine, same desk, same screen. A different day, but it still feels the same. Lately though, something feels off. Nothing is actually wrong, and everything still works. But something doesn't feel right underneath it. Like I'm here, but not fully here. Like I've been repeating something I've already outgrown. And I keep wondering, when do you know something in your life is actually done? When nothing breaks and nothing ends, but it just doesn't fit anymore.
What if it's not money you're after, but freedom? At first, I didn't understand this until I went to Thailand. About a year ago, my girlfriend and I decided that we wanted to make a big trip. So we decided we're going to book a ticket to Thailand. As we got there, a totally different world opened up for us. The realization that people live with so little but still have more than enough was amazing. I remember me and her sitting in a cab back to our hotel, both of us with teary eyes because we knew that this freedom we were just experiencing, within a couple of weeks, we have to leave it behind to go back to Europe. At first, we didn't even speak a word about it, but after a while, we realized we were both thinking the same thing. And at that moment, I also realized that I don't want more money, I want freedom. And I know that freedom comes with the money because you're able to do what you want whenever you want and how you want it. You know, life in Europe is usually very stressful. The world still keeps on spinning even though you decide to take a break. And at first it was very challenging because both of us were never used to actually sit still and do nothing. Especially my girlfriend, she was having trouble with that. We just had to sit each other down and tell ourselves, you know what, it's okay to let go. And within a week, we started getting used to the lifestyle there. Something that I will never ever forget, the memories and the whole experience. When we were coming home, I said, I will never be the same again. And she felt the same thing. But the point of the story, most of the times we say we want more money, but what we actually mean is we want more freedom. We want to be able to decide what we do, when we do it, and how we do it. Because being a slave for the money, or at least working a 9 to 5, people get to tell you how to live your life. And I'm realizing the older I get that that is not what I want. It's very depressing thinking about it, having to do a certain job, or at least working for a boss, because that's the thing I'm finding trouble with. Anyway, working for a boss for the coming 30 years, and then retire, while you can have so much freedom. So I'm thinking, let me record my thoughts about this topic, since I'm documenting my journey, because it really feels like I'm on this ongoing journey. So eventually, money is not the main goal. It's the freedom that comes with it. And creating these videos on my own terms and how I want it and all of that, I came to the realization that one of the reasons I'm doing this is because I get to decide how I create my videos and not having someone else telling me what to do. And I think this is something beautiful that can keep people going, because if you have a strong enough why, in moments of doubt, and trust me, I've had plenty, in moments of doubt, you can remind yourself why you started. And right now, this is the thing that gives me that sense of freedom. You know, life is way too short to stay in the same country. And since I've been to Thailand, like I said, I'm a totally different person. I know for certain that traveling will be something that we'll be doing more often. Unfortunately, though, I'm kind of tied to the 9 to 5 life. So with the hours and the rest of the days, vacation days I have, hopefully I'm able to take a long trip again, or a faraway trip, even though something closer to home is also fine. But you know, let me put it this way. I love discovering new places. At first it feels uncomfortable because sometimes you don't know the language, you don't know where to go, but it's inspiring being in new environment. And I think that is one of the beautiful things about traveling. And you know, creating content, it makes me super excited knowing that I can go to a certain place, maybe someone else never been there, and record that and put it online for other people to see. So creating content, no matter what way or form, is really, really healing, because creating something from nothing, you know, bits and pieces of video, and creating something completely different where you get to choose the mood and the vibe of the video, it's very satisfying. So anyway, I'm rambling. Basically, I want freedom, and I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one. All I'm saying is that even though I'm grateful for my job, there's more to life than just working a 9 to 5. And I think we grew up, or at least I have, with the idea, you know, you're gonna get a job, then you're gonna work for a boss, and that's it. But the older I get, the more I realize that there's many, many different ways to make a living. Nothing wrong with working, but instead of doing things you don't like, start focusing on what it is that you do like. And I'm not saying to quit your job and just focus on that thing. Some people do it, some people can't. But it's beautiful to transition from your 9 to 5 that you perhaps don't really like that much to something you actually like. And that journey is exciting, but at the same time also sometimes scary. But I guess this is the cost, you know. If you want to do something for yourself, you have to take risks sometimes. I think the transition would be beautiful, you know. You can slowly say, you know what, I'm going to work less hours on that thing because I'm focusing on my thing. And you can actually afford it. That would be perfect. So, yeah. Anyway, just speaking my mind. I don't even know if I'm going to put this online, but might as well record it, right? What do I have to lose? Life is way too short, so do whatever the hell you want. All right, bye.